Hey Scorpio, this is Alicia with Twisted Tarot, here to do your February through the mid-March of 2019 Twin Flame Tarot reading. I'm very sorry that the very last of the signs are late. We're looking at the signs that I'm still remaining are air signs. So Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, and you, Scorpio. I apologize. As most of you know, my grandfather passed away from a stroke about a week and a half ago. And I have been in Colorado trying to mourn and help my grandmother. And then I got really sick on my way to Colorado, like horribly sick. And you can probably still tell in my voice and everything else that I'm just still trying to recover from that. So it's been like so much, and I've been struggling to try and get better so I can get your guys' readings out. So I apologize for the delay, so that's why I'm doing it into mid-March for the rest of the signs that I need to finish up here. So I'm working on getting those out to you as soon as possible. Thank you everyone for all your likes, your shares, your subscribes. You make this amazing, and thank you so much. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am a intuitive tarot reader. And as most of you know that currently watch me, all the tarot cards here, I try to incorporate the original tarot as I learned it, and also the intuitive messages I get. Zelda, not your food. But sometimes it's just intuitively. So sometimes that card is going to come over and I'm only going to get those intuitive messages. So keep in mind, if you know the tarot differently, that's understandable. If I say something different than how you learned it, that there's plenty of different interpretations of the traditional tarot cards, and I am intuitively, stop, Zelda! I am intuitively picking up messages as well. So I'm going to give those out to you for the cards. Let's see. I think that's it. Oh, if the roles are reversed, take it that way. I'm bringing in a lot of energy for the collective, so that does happen. So if you're like, that's my partner's energy, that's fine. I don't mind if you tell me in the comments like what that story was. But if it's reversed, take it that way. So you don't have to post in the comment like I don't really get comments like that, but I know that other readers do. So you don't have to post, oh my God, that's not me, that's my partner. Yes, that does happen, and it happens quite frequently. So keep that in mind. I'm sorry, I'm going to take this away because she can't listen. Okay. So sorry about that. Okay. All right, let's see. We're going to clear the energy here, and then we're going to see who you're dealing with for your twin, and we'll get right into your reading. So if you're wearing headphones, I would take them off because my chime can get kind of loud. So. Okay, great. All right. So these are astrological cards. Spirit helps me take 2 cards for you of who the sign is that you could be dealing with. If your twin sign does not come out here, doesn't mean that this is not a reading for you. If it does come out, that just means that the messages may resonate more for you in the reading, or there might be more messages. But it is general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If it isn't for you, it may be for someone else. Keep in mind that they're giving me whatever messages they want to give me for the collective. So, and if you're not getting anything in my videos, one of the big reasons could be is because you haven't liked, you haven't commented, or subscribed. And that has nothing to do with business for me. It just has to do with giving you the right messages. So when I shuffle for the collective, I think of all Scorpios I know. And I also pull from the energy of who's liked on the Scorpio videos, who's commented, and who subscribes. All right, let's see who you could be dealing with. All right, who is Scorpio's twin? Ooh, it almost came out. Who's Scorpio's twin? Sometimes I hold the cards a little bit too much. Could be dealing with the Sagittarius. Or Cancer. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. current mutual energy between you and your twin is the Ten of Cups reversed. So what I'm feeling like for this is it's possible that you're feeling like you're not able to get your happy ending with this person, or that you both are at a standstill when it comes to this emotionally fulfilled connection here. Like something's spilled, something's happened to cause this connection to go upside down. Because when the Ten of Cups is reversed, all these cups have spilled out. Could be a breakup of a marriage for some of you if you're married to your twin. Could be that. Could also be that. Could also be for some of you. You had to move. You have to move. I don't know why I'm getting that for this card, but for some of you, you have to move from your hometown where you have a lot of memories and you know a lot of people. Maybe you grew up there, and maybe you have to move from your twin, and it's causing you a lot of emotional grief here. See, with this card reversed, normally upright, it's like this happy home. It's the dog, it's the cat, it's the beautiful life. You know, it's the traveling or whatnot, whatever makes you happy with you and your significant other. But I'm feeling like there's a loss in this connection here right now. So, and I'll clarify this card at the end and figure out a little bit more about why you guys may be. I feel like this card is saying disconnected for some reason. You could be in separation as well. So for some of you that know about your twin, you may just be in separation. You may have been in a beautiful, committed relationship with them, and then something happened, and now it's like all these cups are spilled. So that's sad. I'm so sorry if that's your situation. And it could be your family life too. For some of you, it may not even be about your twin. It could just be your family life or your twin's family life. It's just kind of turned upside down. There's some type of loss going on here. All right. First card we have is the Moon, the Great Nurturer. So some of you may be mothers here. This is a very mother-like card. It has attributes at the bottom I'll express here in a minute. But it does talk about nurturing and caring for others. So you may be caring for your mother if your mother is sick, or you are a mother yourself, and you're very nurturing like a mother. Even if you don't have children, maybe children are drawn to you, or maybe you just take care of those around you. It's a very caretaking, loving, compassionate card. I give and receive nourishment. The card symbolizes motherly, nurturing, devoted, loving, wise, empathetic, compassionate, abundant, generous, receptive, emotional, inclusive, supportive, and stable. Now, for some of you, your spirit animal could be a doe. Others of you, I feel like this is actually blocked energy right now for some of you, even though the card, I don't really read these upright or reversed, but it did come reversed when I flipped it over, which is kind of odd. Normally these cards I don't think I've ever had one come reversed. So it could be showing that maybe there's a disconnect between you and your mother, or a mother figure in your life. Even a grandmother could go further back, could be an aunt, could be someone feminine in your life. You may just be feeling disconnected from them for some of you. And it's almost caused, like, this is why a lot of you feel like maybe an aunt. I don't know why. I just pick up on aunt very strongly here in this card. So it wants you to get back into this type of energy here. So of feeling compassionate, devoted, motherly, nurturing, loving, and the other characteristics of that card. So very beautiful. So, oh, this is great. North Star, flip your inner light switch. Okay. It's a beautiful card here. Number 19. So number 10, 1. If that means anything to you, it could be the 19th. You could be born on the 19th. This is a newer deck here. So I am going to read from the book, and I've never pulled this card yet. So it is called the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle. So let's see what they have to say about this card. It's very beautiful here. Almost for some of you, I feel like you go hiking, or you are, gosh, I'm really picking up my friend here. I love her. I'll have to send this reading to her if she doesn't already subscribe. But a lot of you go hiking, like in maybe in Utah, Colorado, a lot of backpacking, a lot of hiking, a lot of outdoor activities is what I'm feeling like. But it's almost like this flips your switch. So for some of you, it helps you connect to the divine, and you become more spiritual because of it, or you connect with spirit. According to Vedanta, Hindu teaching, there are only two symptoms of enlightenment: just two indications that transformation is taking place within you toward a higher consciousness. The first symptom is that you stop worrying. Things don't bother you anymore. You become lighthearted and full of joy. The second symptom is that you encounter more and more meaningful coincidences in your life, more and more synchronicities. And this accelerates to the point where you actually experience the miraculous. So for a lot of you, this is talking about ascending. And for those of you that are in the process of that, it's talking about that. Those are some of the two ways you're going to know that you're in the process of ascending. So no longer worrying, things not getting to you like they used to, almost like picking your battles in a way. But another one here is talking about that you're going to be receiving more and more synchronicities, more and more signs, and they're going to be more and more obvious to you as you go along this journey. And for a lot of you, you already know that. So it's very beautiful energy here. That was just from Carol Lynn Pearson. So that was just kind of right before the message here. It's got that information. So you are being shown a way out of no way. Just when you thought your back was against a wall, you're discovering an internal light that illuminates infinite possibilities. At each turn, take a moment to look up and meditate upon your own North Star. In other words, when in doubt, consider what your highest self would do. Ask yourself, if I were enlightened, what would I be moved to do, and how would I be moved to do it? As you do this, realize you are a celestial being woven of starlight throughout the galaxy of your cells, molecules, and atoms, and you have the answers you seek before the questions are even formulated. Travel your path with confidence, joy, and enthusiasm, knowing your life is not a problem to be solved, but a magical treasure hunt to explore by the light of your North Star. So a lot of you, when you're out in nature and you're hiking, if that's for you, if this is relevant to you, that one message that I'm getting here, you may be looking for the North Star. You may know where it's at. You may be knowing that this is your path. You may be very aware of the possibilities that you have, and they're infinite. But it's also showing you that you don't need to question what's happening anymore. You just need to go with it. Just follow that North Star. Follow your star in general. And that life is not meant to be this puzzle where you have to know everything about it. And that may be causing a lot of worry. So if a lot of you are worrying about that, worrying about enlightenment or worrying about your path and if you're on the right one, et cetera, they're expressing to you that that's not going to do you any good. It's just gonna make it harder for you because this is a journey that you cannot figure out that way. So, all right. Excuse me, very interesting. Okay, next card you have is angels, support and guidance. So yeah, you have people around you, ancestors, angels, those that have passed away, spirit guides that are surrounding you with support and guidance. So it's very beautiful here. So you are very much protected at this time. Next card we have is mute. Okay. And this, for me, I'm feeling like, without knowing more about this row specifically, I'm feeling like maybe you feel like they're not around you, or they may not be supporting or guiding you, or you haven't been talking to them as much, or you haven't been feeling them as much. This card kind of expresses that. Or maybe you're not speaking up for your truth or something in your life that you need to speak up for. It's very possible that this is an energy that that some of you may be in that kind of is feeling blocked in this area. So maybe you feel like your angels aren't there, they're not supporting you, or you haven't heard them in a while, or you haven't felt them in a while. So let's keep going and see if we can get some more information. Okay, and we have judgment reversed. Okay. Could be dealing, for some reason I always see this because this looks like a very Capricorn card. Could be dealing with a Capricorn, or you have Capricorn in your chart here. But what I'm feeling like here, it's almost like you may not be speaking up because you may feel like you could be judged for the things that you're saying, or you feel harshly judged. For some of you with this judgment card here, a lot of you, it's like you're not speaking up because you may have made a bad judgment. You don't want anybody to know about it. So maybe almost kind of hiding that in the background. I also felt when I was shuffling here, I kept saying partner. Now, when I shuffle, I always say twin flame, twin, etc. For when I'm doing your reading. But it kept saying partner, partner, partner. So maybe for some of you, it was a bad judgment when it came to, and one of the cards that flipped out in one of the decks was karmic partner. So maybe it was a bad judgment regarding a karmic partner. Either Either you feel like something has yet to be revealed. This is almost like karmic here is what I'm feeling, but for a lot of you, you may not be speaking up about this because you may feel ashamed, and that's understandable. When, you make a bad judgment and sometimes you just don't want to talk about it. Maybe, a lot of us don't have to. Like, what's the point? Like, okay, it's over, it happened, it's done, move on kind of feeling. Okay. All right, and we'll clarify all the tarot cards at the end, those of you know how I read, so. All right. Needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. Okay. Sorry. So yeah. So it may be that you have, again, with this judgment card, that you have some self-doubt about a wish being granted, or something to do with doubting yourself. And you may not be speaking up about that or addressing that, but a sincere wish will be granted here. So whatever you're wishing for, that definitely is showing that that will come to fruition here. And it could be that you're doubting yourself when it comes to maybe what you're wishing for or what you're working towards, and maybe you feel like you may have made poor judgment in the past, or some logical choices that didn't pan out, or you're not sure if they're going to pan out, but they're showing you with this needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted. So keep the faith there. All right. Twin flame messages. For your twin, it's easier to just stay away right now. So you may, again, I feel like with this 10 of Cups, it's easier right now for you to just stay away currently. For some of you. That is just easier right now to kind of, and maybe it's why you're being mute. Maybe you're not communicating with your twin, okay? And maybe you have a wish that they will communicate with you, or that you can communicate with them, but maybe you're not sure. Maybe this judgment card is like, should I not? And for a lot of you, it's just easier for you not to right now. Next card we have is the Teacher, and it's Jupiter, ruled by the planet Jupiter. Sorry, I don't know. I need to keep my little cheat sheet here for all the planets here, but to know is to grow. So for some of you, may be teachers, you may be being taught something, or you may be learning something, or you may be passing on the knowledge that you have to others. I kind of see this card as twofold for you both, or for you. And again, there's a daughter here. So you may be a mother and you may be teaching your daughter lessons about love or lessons about life. Teachers come in all forms, so they don't have to be getting paid and be in a school to be necessarily a teacher. We have so many people who teach and do courses, and they're teachers without even getting paid. As a mom, I don't get paid to, for teaching my children or my child about life. So that's a lot of you just maybe teaching your children about life lessons here. So the characteristics of this card that symbolize this card are knowledgeable, intelligent, growth-oriented, trustable, understanding, communicative, compassionate, prosperous, social, inspired, self-aware, generous, considerate, and virtuous. Beautiful. And for those of you that are teachers, it's just even reconfirming that for you. All right, the call. Honor the whisper of your soul. Beautiful. What a beautiful card. That's the number 1 again. So you have 1, 1 here. I don't know if that means anything to anybody. It could also be 11 if we were to combine them that way, or 2, because they fall separately in 2 separate cards. So, 11's a master number. You wouldn't add it together to make 2, but one card that equals 1 plus another card equals 2. So that could be relevant for some of you. Either 1, 1, 11, or 2. All right. Again, this comes from the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle. Let's see what they have to say about this card. And the day came when the wish to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. Anais Nin. What is your true calling in life? What special gifts have you been given? What is the unique niche that only you can inhabit? What situations bring out your bliss? What do you typically get complimented on and shrug off because it comes so naturally? These important questions can help you recognize what Aristotle called entelechy. Okay, guys, I don't know where the video stopped. I apologize, it just kind of froze. So the message here is, what is your true calling in life? What special gifts have you been given? What is the unique niche that only you can inhabit? What situations bring out your bliss? What do you typically get complimented on and shrug off because it comes so naturally? These important questions can help you recognize what Aristotle called an entelechy, the great, one-of-a-kind potential you've been encoded with. Aristotle also said entelechy is when the soul is actualized in the body. Dreams are important because they speak the language of soul. They are a compass always pointing you in the right direction, helping correct your course when needed, and letting you know, sometimes loudly, when you've fallen asleep and need to wake up. Okay, so what I'm feeling for this card here, specifically what they're talking about, is that if you've been complimented on something continuously about how great you are at a specific thing, a lot of you may be looking into shamanism or healing, like Reiki, teaching of some sort through your profession or through what you know, what you've learned to others. Then they want you to heed that call, honor your soul, because they're trying to wake you up and to get you to move towards that goal, move towards that. That even if you think it's just a hobby or it's no big deal, or you shrug it off as like, oh, thanks for the compliment, but that's not, it's almost like you're dishonoring a part of yourself that is screaming to be heard and to be acknowledged. So very much so trying to get you to embrace that potential. All right. And we have the waning moon. Talks about self-inventory and introspection. Okay. All right. This is another deck too as well. It's a little bit newer to me and I've never pulled this card. So I'm going to actually read up on it here for y'all. This symbol lets you know that introspection is key right now. This moon represents your shadow side, the part of you that can be difficult to look at or come to terms with. That's that call that you've been heeded. It may be also part of yourself that you haven't acknowledged yet. Surrender your fears to the angels. You have angels right next to that. That's interesting. So surrender your fears to your angels. Take time to become more comfortable with this aspect of yourself. The additional meanings are that this is associated with archangels Haniel and Jeremiel are associated with the symbol. The Egyptian deity Thoth is associated with the waxing and waning phases of the moon. Call upon him to help you during this period. Your feelings about a situation are beginning to wane. Recognize this so that you may act for the highest good. Okay, so at the waxing moon, when the moon was full, your feelings may have been raw and aggressive or specifically over-emotional. But as the moon is waning and the light is actually going away from the moon is moving away from the sun, the illumination, that is also what's happening, or the moon is waning in its aspect and not as illuminated. It means that it really wants you to go inside yourself and to look at those parts of you that you may have missed. And your feelings may not be so intense at this time about a specific situation. And that's on purpose because they want you to actually address them in a realistic manner. So at the full moon, they may have been crazy and intense and overwhelming. And you were just like, this is the way it is, blah, 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 blah. And now that the moon is kind of waning, you're kind of able to go, oh, wait, maybe things aren't exactly the way I felt them. Maybe there's a different perspective I can get on this. Maybe I can kind of see this in a different way. It also wants you to take self-inventory of the aspects you've been hiding from yourself and to address them, almost like shadow work here. Interesting. And it has to do with nostalgia. Okay, next card we have is nostalgia. So maybe you were nostalgic about something and you haven't been speaking up about it. Maybe you've been really having some nostalgia about someone or something and you just haven't been saying anything. You haven't been talking to this person, but you still think about them. Could be your twin as well. You may still have nostalgia for past friendships, family members, etc. Nostalgia for times that have gone past. Also, I'm feeling like this, the emotions you had may have been regarding nostalgic memories that maybe put you into an over emotional state. And so now that's kind of resolving it on its own, just kind of going a little bit. The feelings aren't as strong and they're just kind of waning a little bit, just like the moon. Next card we have is the Four of Swords, because they want you to go inside. They want you to remove yourself from your stresses, your fears. This is your mind being overworked. This is you being overworked in your external world, in your internal world, and they want you to disconnect. They want you to get some rest. They want you to take a moment to think about your choices here, because Judgment's right next to it. So maybe reflect on some choices you've made in the past, maybe learning from them, or what you are thinking of making a choice in the future. This is definitely kind of getting you it's a timeout card either way, whether it's reversed or upright. It's a timeout card. It's a rest card. So y'all need to take some rest here. Next card is Boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Yeah, and this may be part of achieving your goal that you're looking for. Maybe you like to, I want to say square dance, but this may be totally not the right word, but maybe you like to country dance and you like to wear boots, and you know, I live in Texas, so maybe that's something that a lot of you like to do. They want you to go out and have some fun. They want you to go dancing with your friends, go line dance, whatever you need to do. Put on those boots that have been in the closet, and you know, those boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. Yeah. So that may be part of it too. So once you've had some time to rest and kind of de-stress and relax, and this maybe even help you relax. Like you may be taking some time out, and then they're like, okay, now it's time to go out, have some fun, but also keep going for your goals. Don't rest too long, because you still won't need to increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Next card we have, your twin flame messages. No other compares to you. Beautiful. Of course. With twins, that's definitely it. All right, then we have the Visionary, another card of Jupiter. So I'm not sure if Jupiter rules Scorpio. You know what? I'm gonna give it a little look for you guys here. I want to say it does, but oh, sorry. It's the ruling planet of Sagittarius. So a lot of you may have Sagittarius in your chart, or you're strongly connected to a Sagittarius here. Okay, so it is Jupiter. All right. I should know that. All right, y'all. Sorry. The world is filled with possibilities. So as a visionary, I believe that you have something to offer this world. Green is very relevant, or this very sea green. Wearing this color or embracing this color is specific for some of you. Also, you look very good in these colors. So Scorpio, I could see that you look very good in royal blue and a very beautiful kind of aqua blue here. But what I'm really feeling with the Visionary card is that a lot of you have a vision, or you're envisioning how you want your life to be. And you're trying to figure out what your next steps are to move towards that in your life, and also to kind of get an idea of what your goals are, kind of looking out at the sunset and kind of reflecting on who you want to be as a person and what your next steps are. And travel, for a lot of you. Travel is very important for some of you. All right, so this is, characteristics are inventive, expansive, wise, insightful, enthusiastic, curious, courageous, philanthropic, imaginative, knowledgeable, conceptual, inspired, idealistic, benevolent, and humble. Very beautiful. So yeah, I completely resonate with some of this reading because I have Sagittarius in about 3 of my planets. So yeah, a lot of you are definitely dealing with a Sagittarius, or you have Sagittarius in your chart. All right, so next card is Stop and Take in the View. Again, I'm feeling for a lot of you. Some of you live in Arizona. Some of you also, I do see Capricorn here. I don't know why it's relevant, but I feel like a lot of you have travel is big for you. So you like to travel to new places. You like to explore new new terrain. You like to go where people don't dare to go, and you kind of have this very adrenaline type energy for a lot of you. And especially if you have Sagittarius in your chart, that would make perfect sense. But take stock of the treasures you've earned is what it says. So they want you to kind of, you want you to stop and kind of smell the roses and enjoy the view and appreciate where you've come, how far you've come on this journey, and appreciate the things around you, the environment around you when you are out and about, when you are taking in this view. And this is the number 9, so this could be a very relevant number for, it's a very solitary number here for some of you. So you may be doing this on your own. Again, this journey, this twin flame journey, you know, parts of it we go alone, not fully alone, but we embrace our independence in that part of healing and that part of our journey that's personal just to us. So that's where I kind of feel like that for you guys. All right, let's see here what it says for this card. Whatever we are waiting for, it will surely come to us, but only when we are ready to receive it with an open and grateful heart. Sarah Ban Breathnock. You might notice you get stuck in strive/drive mode and forget to pause from time to time, look around, and take inventory of the blessings and treasures you've learned and earned along the way. Regular stops to take in the view are a must for sustaining steady progress over the long haul. You have accomplished a great deal, but the real test is whether you can accept the blessings that are a result of your hard work. Can you stop and be filled with appreciation for all you've accomplished thus far? It is now time to be showered with blessings, whether you are deep in the valley or on the mountain peak. Revel in the rewards of your journey thus far. Quell your worries about the false notion that a reverie will make you weak, complacent, or an egomaniac. In fact, take heart knowing that delighting in love and appreciation will give you the strength to journey further, thus multiplying the gifts you can share with others. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, don't worry that, you know, for patting yourself on the back, for being proud of how far you've come, for being appreciative of the treasures you have accumulated along the way. They want you to be proud of who you are and proud of the things that you have earned. That as long as it doesn't border on the egotistical or the narcissistic side, that you're doing well. That's beautiful. Next card we have is Dolphin. This is symbolized by cosmic consciousness, breath, and sacred geometry. A lot of this has to do with a lot of stress for some of you. You may need to do some breathing exercises. What else is related to this card? I vaguely remember this one. Let's see here. And my voice is going out, y'all. Okay, Dolphin card is reminding you to breathe. Connect with your breath regularly throughout the day. Breath work will help you align, center, and expand your awareness. It will relieve stress and keep you focused, yes. This card represents your connection with cosmic patterns called sacred geometry. Perhaps you need to work with crystal grids, ley lines, or platonic solids to connect with cosmic consciousness. The universe is waiting for you to attune to its sacred shapes. Okay, that's very beautiful. So for some of you, you may create something, maybe even art or the way that you design your home that has to do with the sacred geometry. Additional meanings. Use breath work to connect with cosmic consciousness, your primordial origins, and the universe. Spend time near the ocean or listening to oceanic music. Very beautiful. Yes, I agree with that, especially with the visionary here. It's, you know, I find that for a lot of you, you may already be drawn to water, so taking baths and things like that, like Epsom salts and things. Do manifestation exercises using your breath and sacred sound. Incorporate sacred geometric shapes into your daily life or ritual work. You can paint, draw, or meditate upon them to enhance your creative powers and open doorways into new dimensions. Yeah, so a lot of you guys, you may use like the coloring books, the adult coloring books. I love those. They're amazing, and they're easy to release stress. So I highly recommend them. You may be creating your own mandala, which I had to do for a school assignment, which was really beautiful. So incorporating sacred geometry is a big part of what they want you to do, if you don't already. And the next card is New Direction. Okay, so they want you to take a new direction here. They want you to go in a new direction. as far as maybe releasing stress. Also with, you may have a vision of going into a new direction here. So for some of you, it's like you're walking into a new direction, and maybe you're nostalgic and that was holding you back from before. So that's very interesting here. Let's see where we're going. Okay, new direction to heal. Okay, so releasing stress, releasing this is a Ten of Swords reverse. So releasing a lot of the things that have harmed you, hurt you, betrayal, heartbreak, sadness. It's just, you know, with the Ten of Swords upright, it's like this person has been stabbed 10 times, and each sword has caused more and more pain till this person can't move, can't get up. I mean, their hands are disconnected. Pretty gruesome. But when it's reversed here, they want you to work on healing every part of you that has been hurt, every part of you, every inner thought that you've had, all these negative thoughts, they need to be released. And that's that new direction you can go into. That's where they're urging you to go. Beautiful. Turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. All right. Yeah. Okay. So for some of you, it is your twin. It could be a karmic partner, but someone's kind of behaving like a dummy. So, may not be making good choices. You may see them and you may be like, oh my gosh, could be one of your children for some of you. But there is somebody around you that may just be acting a fool. So, but you're already aware of that. So I feel like that's, you know, just kind of a side note here, guys. Next twin flame message you have for your twin is, I'm a better person because of you. Yeah, so a lot of you have realized that, you know, that they've taught you some lessons and that they make you a better person, or they can make you a better person throughout your connection. So that's beautiful. It could be your twin is behaving stupidly at this time, and it could be why this Ten of Cups is reversed. So, yeah. All right. And you had an extra card come out for the Mystic Moon Oracle here. You have soulmate. They want you to go into a new direction towards a soulmate. Okay, guys. So for some of you, you may no longer be worried about your connection with a twin flame, or they're telling you that this new direction involves a soulmate here. So be prepared for that, or you're already involved with the soulmate. You're already going that new direction, and it may be that you're nostalgic for your twin, but you're not entertaining them anymore. You're not talking to them anymore for some of you. You're not even worried about that. You may still be nostalgic, but you're not actually doing anything about that. It doesn't change the fact that whatever happened. And Spirit's telling you to go into a new direction, because once you do, if you haven't already, you have a beautiful soulmate. So that's great, you guys. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Okay. Fantastic. Well, it's a good thing we took out that last card, because then we know what direction you're going into. And they want you to heal from a lot of this pain and heartbreak. So, all right. Let's do some clarifying here and see what other messages we can get. We're going to clarify the Ten of Cups reversed first, okay? This is that mutual energy between you and your twin. Let's see why we have the Ten of Cups reversed. Okay. Nine of Swords reversed. Okay, so even though this connection has ended or has spilled or has become unstable or emotionally not fulfilling you anymore with your twin, it's good. It has other benefits. The reason being is the Nine of Swords reverse. It's because once you've let this go, or it's ended, between you and your twin, it releases you from all of this stress, all of the thoughts that have been disturbing you, or the betrayal, the lies, the deceit. I really do feel like for some of you that was a part of the situation. It's almost like whatever has happened, you've released it. It's released you from feeling bound or trapped to this person or this situation. It's released you from anxiety and stress. So, you know, it may have felt, I'm sure it felt awful. You know, Ten of Cups reversed, those emotions, that's awful. But the Nine of Swords reversed, that's telling me that you get out of this. You get out of your head, you get away from this situation, and it clears your mind, and it'll clear your heart and your soul, and you're eventually going to have this 10 reversed. So you're going to be healing. This is beautiful. So you're healing, okay? And it may be very difficult, especially when it's a twin flame, especially when you have to walk away from your twin. Trust me, I know. All right. Judgment reversed. Let's clarify that. See what we have there. So for some of you had to make a judgment that it required you to look at your home life. It required you to look at your stability, and you put this first. So you may have made what you thought was a bad judgment, but it brought you clarity and stability. It brought you this with the Four of Wands, it brought you some more stability. It brought you a foundation, a better foundation, or you decided that you had to make a judgment that would bring you to a better foundation, or bring your life into some I can't even express this. Bring your life into, get your life right, get your life stable. Maybe this person wasn't very stable and it was causing a lot of stress and anxiety. And so it's possible that, once it ended, or you made this choice to end it with your twin, for some of you, that it was in order to bring you stability, in order to bring you security, okay? And it did. So it's going to. So you may have thought, oh my God, I'm making a shitty decision. But Spirit is saying, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're doing the right thing, okay? All right. And the rest of the cards are pretty self-explanatory, okay? With this Four of Swords, with this rest, get some more rest. That will help you with your thoughts. That will help you with your emotions, possibly. You have a lot of swords here, so I'm feeling that there was a lot of stress, but it's resolving itself. Something is resolving itself, especially in this new direction here, that you've got this beautiful soulmate coming in for some of you. Very beautiful. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be starting with the twin side. Oh, sorry. I forgot your fortune card. Yay. Let's see what you guys have. Whee! You have mountain. You guys, for a lot of you, I swear, there's hikers here. You may live in the mountains for some of you Scorpios, or you enjoy that terrain. Oh my gosh. Know that you are protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. Yeah. Zelda, stop. So yeah, you are protected. With your life, this connection is protected, but also, you and on your journey, you're protected. That's so beautiful, you guys. All right. And there are going to be challenges, this mountain is challenges. And I do see that here too. So, because you're trying to reach your goals, but it is a progression right now. So very beautiful. So thank you so much. Comment, let me know how this resonated below. I love the comments. I love when you guys tell me, how it resonated with you, and your situation, so much. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you for your twin side of the video, and I will see you for the second half of March for your other video.